I'm gonna have a lightsaber that's the weapon of an ancient religion that has organisms that live within your body.
It is a simple idea. It's the kind of idea an 8-year-old would come up with.
Phasers, lightsabers, tribbles, Minox. Look, we all enjoy a little escapism. Some seek it in grandiose space operas with giant armored monkey men, while others turn to hard-hitting sci-fi that sometimes happens to be about whales. But is one superior to the other? It's debatable.
I'm Team Star Trek.
Star Wars, the superior franchise.
I have been a Star Trek fan since I was 6 years old.
But I find Star Wars the superior series.
Star Trek is the best. Everyone knows this.
Star Wars for life.
Women in positions of power. Star Trek is a model for a more peaceful future, whereas Star Wars is just more people shooting guns at each other and wearing stupid outfits.
Star Trek happens in the real world, in the future, like a couple hundred years from now.
The word Star Wars, it's got the word wars in it. So the entire premise of the show is based on violence and fighting, where I would argue that the entirety of Star Trek is based on the construction of peace.
So everything that happens is based on our society, our technology, and how do we change? How do we evolve? How do we become who we want to be?
It's about entertainment. It's about entertainment. That's not entertaining.
It could also be about intellectual stimulation, but tomato, tomato.
In design, there's this concept called symmetry. It's beautiful. If you look at this, does that look symmetric to you at all? Look, I got this floppy DirecTV dish up here, and I got the one way you can see out the window right here. Compare that to this beautiful symmetrical ship.
And this is just so symmetrical and so basic. With this, you got Han Solo's character.
Star Trek paints a world where everybody is in one of these. Like everyone's in a goddamn Prius. The Millennium Falcon, that thing's fucking falling apart. That reminds me of my '91 Toyota Camry.
What are those for?
It's aerodynamic.
So is this.
This kind of looks like a flying saucer. This is progressive.
You want to tell me that this does not look like a flying saucer? You could literally put a cup of tea on top of that thing and use it as a saucer.
Star Trek is so alienating in how perfect and distant it is. It is, if anything, a pipe dream of what humanity can be, and Star Wars is a reflection of our true complex nature.
I think that's bullshit.
I don't know. Does Star Trek have Jar Jar Binks?
What's wrong with Jar Jar Binks? Who doesn't fucking love Jar Jar Binks?
But Star Trek, it is best enjoyed after you've graduated with a liberal arts degree. Star Wars is a place for imagination and youth to enjoy something and to get wrapped up in a hero's tale.
Star Wars is a childish tale of black versus white, good versus evil, another stupid hero trope, like we need more of that crap.
I guess we could delve into the sexy factor. I mean, Carrie Fisher in the bikini, I mean, we've got to go with that.
Are
I mean,
you
what do you
kidding
have in
me?
Star Trek? That,
Are you, every alien Kirk ever slept with, which is half of the aliens in the galaxy. You have William Shatner in his prime.
but Han Solo, I mean, is there a sexier guy than that? I mean, he's a man's man, you know?
What's the deal with CP30, C3PO?
You know his
and-
name.
You need a translator for Chewbacca, you need a translator for R2-D2. Those aliens are so thin, they can't even speak for themselves.
About a franchise that was built for entertainment, for people to buy tickets to go to movies or watch TV at home for them to be entertained. Of course I'm gonna get fired up about it. If we were talking about something like climate change, sure, we can have a rational discussion and sit here and discuss it.
You could be Luke Skywalker and have a laser sword and be like a space samurai. That sounds like super fun.
I can't respect people who are Star Wars fans over Star Trek. It's nuts to me.
Look at how many iconic things that it's done. The best villain, and not to mention the best movie lines. Luke, I am your father. Everybody knows where that comes from.
But that's the thing, you know, it's fantasy. You're in this world where stuff is just amazing.
Do you want to use the Force or live long and prosper? I hope that you live long and prosper to come to the right decision.
I just feel like we're never gonna see eye to eye, and nothing will ever change that.
Nothing will ever change that, but I can win this. This I can win.